The morning air was still cool when the small roadside tea stall opened. Steam slowly curled from a dented metal kettle as water began to boil. The stall was simple, just a wooden table, a faded umbrella, and a few worn plastic stools. Cars passed by on the nearby road, commuters rushing ahead, rarely noticing the quiet man preparing tea behind the counter. His name was Daniel. Every morning, Daniel arranged his tea glasses with care, moving with the calm confidence of someone who had done this for years. The early sunlight stretched across the dusty road as steam rose gently into the air. His small stall looked modest, but there was something welcoming about it, something steady, like a promise that no matter how busy the world became, this place would remain the same. At home, before sunrise, Daniel moved quietly through his tiny one-room house. The walls were cracked, the furniture was simple, but the space was filled with warmth. His daughter Lily slept peacefully as he prepared tea leaves and packed biscuits for the day. Every movement was gentle, careful not to wake her, as the first light of dawn began to glow outside the window. Soon after, Daniel pushed his small cart along the quiet roadside path. The sky was painted in soft shades of purple and orange as the city slowly came to life. Step by step, he moved forward, steady, determined, carrying with him everything he needed for another long day. By morning, the stall came alive. Taxi drivers, construction workers, and office employees gathered around, holding small glasses of steaming tea. Daniel served each one with a warm smile, his hands moving quickly and skillfully. Despite the long hours and tired eyes, he treated everyone like an old friend. In the evenings, the world slowed down. Inside their small home, Lily sat by the window under a dim yellow lamp, completely absorbed in her books. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity as she explored worlds far beyond the walls around her. Daniel often stood nearby, watching her quietly. She would excitedly explain what she was reading, her voice filled with wonder. Even when he didn't understand everything, he listened closely, smiling gently, because her dreams mattered more than his understanding. There was a time, long ago, when Daniel himself had dreams of learning. As a young boy, he worked in crowded markets, carrying heavy loads while other children walked past in school uniforms. He watched them silently, holding on to a feeling he never forgot, a quiet wish for a different life. That memory stayed with him. Every night, after closing the stall, Daniel sat at the small table counting his earnings. Coins and folded notes lay before him. Slowly, carefully, he dropped a few coins into a small metal box. It wasn't much, but it was something. And for Daniel, something was enough to begin. Each coin told a story. A long day, a skipped meal, an extra hour of work. The soft clink of metal inside the box became a sound of hope, a promise he was building for Lily's future. At school, Lily began to shine. She sat eagerly at her desk, raising her hand with excitement, always ready to learn more. Her curiosity stood out, and her love for knowledge grew stronger each day. After classes, she stayed back to help her classmates, patiently explaining lessons with kindness and clarity. Even at a young age, she carried something special within her, the ability to lift others as she learned. One day, Daniel was called to her school. He walked in nervously, feeling out of place among the bright classrooms and busy hallways. Students passed by with books in hand as he held onto his worn cap, unsure of what to expect. Inside, Lily's teacher greeted him with a warm smile. She spoke of Lily's talent, her dedication, and her potential to go far. Daniel listened quietly, pride filling his heart, but alongside it came a growing chinta, because he understood what opportunity would require. That evening, he walked home slowly under the fading light, his thoughts heavy. Pride and worry moved together within him, both equally strong. That night, he opened the metal box again. It was fuller now, coins and small bills collected over time. He looked at it in silence, knowing it still might not be enough, but refusing to give up. Days turned into years. Through sun, rain, and wind, Daniel continued working. The kettle never stopped steaming. No matter the season, he showed up, because dreams do not wait for perfect conditions. Meanwhile, Lily studied late into the nights, surrounded by books, her determination growing stronger with each passing day. Every cup of tea Daniel served became part of something bigger. Each customer, each coin, each small effort, together, they were building a future. Finally, the day came. Lily graduated from school with exceptional results. In the crowd, Daniel watched with pride shining in his eyes, seeing not just his daughter, but everything she had become. Soon after, she ran home with a letter in her hands. Breathless and smiling, she placed it before him. It was her university acceptance. Daniel read it slowly. Pride filled him, but so did worry, because this dream, now within reach, would demand even more. That night, he opened his savings again. Years of effort lay before him. He counted every coin, every note. It wasn't enough for everything, but it was enough to begin. And sometimes a beginning is all it takes. Lily left for university with hope in her heart and determination in her steps. Daniel stood watching her go, proud and silent, knowing his sacrifices were now turning into something real. At university, Lily worked tirelessly, learning, growing, and pushing herself forward. Back home, Daniel continued at the tea stall alone, but never without purpose. Years later, Lily stood on a stage once again, this time as a graduate, a teacher. In the audience, Daniel watched with tears in his eyes as she received her degree. Everything had led to this moment. As a teacher, Lily began shaping young minds, guiding children just as she had once been guided. But something inside her remained unfinished. She returned to her hometown and saw what she had always known. Many children still lacked access to education. Some couldn't afford it, some never even tried. And she remembered. She remembered the tea stall, the coins, the sacrifices. So she decided to act. With the help of others, Lily began building a small school. It wasn't grand, but it was filled with purpose. Walls rose, desks were placed, books were gathered, and slowly a space for hope was created. The school opened its doors. Children walked in with excitement, carrying books, carrying dreams. Parents watched with relief and pride as new possibilities began to take shape. At the entrance stood a small plaque, simple but meaningful. It honored a man who had given everything, quietly, without asking for anything in return. Daniel. Even in his older years, Daniel still ran his tea stall. The kettle still steamed each morning, just as it always had. But now, something had changed. Sometimes he would pause and look down the road. Children walked past his stall, laughing, talking, carrying books, as they made their way to the school Lily had built. And in those moments, Daniel understood something truly beautiful. Every cup of tea he had served, every coin he had saved, every sacrifice he had made, had grown into something far greater than he had ever imagined.